It's a different style of racetrack, but I'm ready for it. We are green here at Irwindale.
Green flag is out at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Sin City 110, Derek, underway. And green flag is out. We're off the racing here at 2 laps of this race. We got a wreck. Hold on. The 12 and 1 goes around. Trackers may finish second tonight. Out of turn 4. Colin Almond is going to win at Myrtle Beach. With Phil and Landon Lacey going to drive off turn 4 and win at Bristol Motor Speedway, the Super Late Model. With DJ.
Welcome everybody to Redlight Racing Series, about to get started here in just a few moments. Of course, Redlight Scrambler Series, week number 8, the last race of the regular season, about to happen here in just a few moments from Talladega Super Speedway. Currently on top of the board, Joshua Buckley here in practice. Practice don't mean too much. We'll have to wait and see if that carries over for him during the race. Anyway, coming into tonight, I want to mention the point standings and who is locked in, who is currently not locked in. At the moment, we have Tim Blum, DJ Anderson, Eric Johnson, James Heater, Andy Lee, James Skelton, Richard Murdoch, Joshua Buckley, Keith Haney, Sean Butler, Landon Lacey, I think, is locked in as well at the moment because he's got a win. I will go ahead and tell you the guys that are definitely locked in right now. Tim Blum, James Heater, winner of 3 so far, Keith Haney, winner last week, Kyle Souza, and Landon Lacey all have a win. So it looks like they are locked in right now. At the moment, we'll have to wait and see. Going into Richmond next week, we'll have to reschedule. I'll have all this stuff on Trackside TV on Facebook. You can follow me there, Trackside Racing, Trackside TV. You'll be able to see it there whenever I post it. So we'll see who it is, the winner of the night. And if you don't know what a Scrambler Series is, kind of simple. The guys these guys run all different cars every week. They usually don't go back-to-back cars for one week to the next. Basically, what reason why that is, it makes it where there's not one favorite guy dominating all series. Last week, for example, was the Xfinity car at Watkins Glen. The week before that was the truck at Kansas. This week, Cup car at Talladega. Next week, when we head to Richmond, it will be the Xfinity car. And then going into Michigan on June the 11th, it will be in the truck, and that will end round 1. For guys that don't know, there is 2 races in each round. We have a round of 3, and then we have the championship race after. So basically, it goes Richmond, Michigan. That ends round 1. We eliminate 2 drivers. And then from Kentucky to Chicagoland, that end rounds 2. Eliminate 2 drivers. Then we're down to 8. Then from Dover to Charlotte, we eliminate 4 drivers at the end of that race, down to 4. And that will go to Atlanta in the Truck Series on July 16th. And that will round out the season for these guys. This is my 3rd season, I think, broadcasting. I love broadcasting these guys. They always put on a great show, great races. Joshua Buckley's got a real great group of guys here. So if you're interested in racing with them, contact Joshua Buckley. You see his name right now on top of the leaderboard. Now, I will say, you have to be somewhat of a clean racer. You can't be too over-aggressive. They're really kind of strict about it, which is a good thing. So if anybody's interested, there you go. Contact him. Bunch of drivers here tonight. There are 23 drivers out here at Talladega. Definitely a good turnout. Not surprising, Talladega. A lot of these guys have a chance to win. I don't really have a favorite. If I was to go pick a favorite, I think Keith Haney would be on top of my board right now, currently in 3rd. You can't count out Sean Butler as well. Here, we just have to wait and see. Also, while I'm thinking of it, track record for this track in the Cup car, that is, because we have ran this track, I believe, here before in the Cup Series. And we'll see if that gets broken now. It is cloudy, so there is a chance that could get broken. The track record right now is a 47.847. 49 right now. So, I apologize, guys. I had that on. Let me actually beat that. Sorry. Kind of forgot I had that on. That was set at 200 miles per hour. I think that was actually the older Cup car, so it's been a while since. We're not going to break that, I don't think. But we'll see. But, yeah, as we get ready to go racing here, we are about 15 seconds away from open qualifying. I believe these guys run open. I can't remember if they run open for Talladega or single car qualifying. Usually it's open, but for Talladega, I think it might be single car qualifying. I can't remember. We'll find out here in about 2 seconds. It is Joshua Buckley on top of the board right now in qualifying, as qualifying or practice will come to an end, and we will move on to qualifying right now. And as you can already tell, it's pretty cloudy out here today compared to normal. So here we go. Qualifying is about to get started. And yeah, it is single car qualifying for Talladega. We'll watch Jack Walls running out. Actually, let's get a look at some of these paint schemes as they roll out. There's Sean Butler. Jack Walls. Derek Pemberton. Who's, by the way, paint looks really weird. For some reason, that L in the end looks backwards or something. I don't know. Anyway, I like the rest of it. It's just that part's kind of weird. Keith Haney. Keep your eye on him. Joshua Buckley, Discount Tires, Toyota. Brian Phillips in his Chevrolet. Jason Wells in his Alienwares. Brandon Puffenberger, always a good racer. We'll see what he can do. He's really good. Devin Sanders in the number 26, Freaky Fast. DJ Anderson in the Baja Blast. Leo Bourdage. James Skelton, the Slim Jim. Richard Murdoch. Landon Lacey, the Service Master Clean 905. Brandon Minto, the Barbecue Motorsports. Haney Boys Racing, number 81, Monster Energy, Toyota Camry. Bruce Potter running the Country Time. Max Terriot in here. By the way, this is sponsored by qualifying. Sponsored by Regal Entertainment Group. It's kind of hard to see. That's the way the track looks today, but there you go. There's your sponsor for the race. As we watch James Heater take a ride around. He was the winner of 3 races so far. One back at Texas, Pocono, and back at Las Vegas. So he gets ready to start his first green flag lap here. Actually, this was his second green flag lap. See what he could do. Right now on top of the board, Sean Butler. We'll see if that holds up. It probably won't hold up that time. It's going to get faster, we're well assured. So a lot of the times, just try jumps up to first in a 900 car. Any car, by the way, that you see with 900 is a rookie this season. Daniel Haney, or actually it's Brandon Minto, I apologize, in the Ford. Not a ton of Fords in here. Actually, the only Ford is in here is Brandon. Derek Pemberton coming to his second lap. Let's see what he can do. He's a little bit off that yellow line going into the tri-oval. Gets on the apron, trying to get a little bit more speed. Definitely not the way he wanted. Qualifies 4th. Leo Bourdage 7th. Landon Lacey coming to the line. Max Terriot right now on top of the board. See if he can hold on to that with the 51.954. Landon going to go from 19th up to 7th. DJ Anderson crosses the line. He jumps up to second. Good lap for him. Let's see, where's Joshua Buckley? Oh, he's already done his laps. Richard Murdoch coming through the tri-oval. 52.053. Definitely wanted more than that, I'm sure. Here's James Haney. And then number 55 coming up off the bottom a little bit too much. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Actually, he's going to go ahead and bring it down pit road. Anybody else out there right now? Do not see nobody else out there actually. So it looks like Max Terriot right now will be your pole sitter. Andy Lee's actually rolling out in the number 25. Let's actually hop on board with him. See if he can jump inside the top 5. He's going to run out highlight all the way around this first lap and out lap. See the speeds that you get here in the Cup car. He is driving, in case you're wondering, the Toyota Camry. Right up against the wall where you want to be. And he should stay up against the wall even on his first lap as well. This is just his out lap. You get a look at how big this track actually is. While he's actually after qualifying, let's take a look at the weather. 85 degrees. Wind speed is gusting, by the way. It's showing 6.67, but it is gusting in southeast. Look at your track as well. As we watch him go around the track. And the number 25, by the way, Kevin O'Brien is actually out there as well. He's actually starting his first lap. And these guys will have enough time to complete their lap, so we'll stay with Andy Lee for now because he is getting ready to start his green flag lap. Who gets the win? Let me know in the chat. Who do you think is going to get the win out of all these guys? So many different good restrictor plate races in here. Joshua Buckley's a pretty good restrictor plate racer. Keith Haney, always good. Brandon Minto kind of stands out. Derek Pemberton actually stands out in the restrictor plate. Andy Lee coming to the green flag lap, and this will start his fast lap. He's going to keep it to the bottom now. Basically, if you were right on board with him, you'll see very little input of the wheel. Trying to keep that car as straight as possible. You don't want to give it too much wheel input. You see he's barely working the wheel down there straightaway. And he'll work a little bit going in. He will possibly straighten it up a little bit. He'll start to straighten it up right here in the center. There you go, slowly coming back to the right. And to the start-finish line. Remember, start-finish line down here at the end of the trial wheel instead of the center. This looks like a pretty good lap for Andy. 10th place. Thought it would be a little bit better. Comes Kevin O'Brien. Let's see if he could jump up in that number 94 car. 18th. Definitely know he was wanting more. A lot of close times out here right now. Alright, so it looks like qualifying is over right now. We still got about 2 minutes left here in qualifying. So what I want to do is take a step away as we get set to go green flag here from Talladega Superspeedway. We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back right after this. Welcome back 2 Redlight Racing Series, Scrambler Series, about to get underway here at Talladega. 65 laps is what's scheduled for tonight. So this race, of course, not very long. However, they only run 50% fuel. So we're going to be seeing pit stops within 15 to 20 laps. Probably a little bit in between that. Probably around 18, I would guess. So if that's the case, there's a possibility it could go to a fuel strategy. It's going to be a very interesting race. I'm really looking forward to it. We'll just have to wait and see. Cautions, I do expect cautions a little bit early. That's one thing about restricted plate. You just never know when will that big one happen. Remember, I don't think these guys have any more fast repairs. I don't even think they actually took it off. So we're going to talk to our pulse here, though. Max Terriot going to be leading us to the green flag here in just a few moments. As soon as he grids up, we will pull him in and have a little chat with the number 42 driver of the Chevrolet SS. A lot of strategy actually goes into this. It's more about trying to get yourself into position for the end of the race. You don't want to be laying back too far till they go green, but you don't want to be up here in the chaos unless you're up front. And it's one of them things. I don't know. Do you want to be up front? Do you want to be in the back? Nobody wants to be in the middle, but somebody's got to start there. So we'll wait and see. As you see all the cars gridding, we were just waiting on our pole sitter to grid and a couple others. A lot of drivers in here making this start tonight. I'm showing 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 is what I'm showing. Wow. Let's talk to our pole sitter. Max Terriot wins the pole here tonight. If I find him, we'll bring him in. Hey, Max, you got a copy?
Hey, Adam.
Man, starting on the pole tonight, Talladega. I don't know if that's a huge advantage, but it's always good to be in front of the wreck when it happens. What's it going to be able to take to keep that car out front?
Yeah, it's about keeping the fenders on that car with no fast repairs tonight. I just want to have a shot at the end to be in the lead pack.
Let me ask you a quick question. What is more important here? Is it being out front, or is it that first pit stall that you have now? I know pit selection here could be very big, or not selection, but first where you qualify is how you get your pit box. But that pit stall going to be very big. What is the most important thing here for you tonight? Is it just staying out front, or is it that pit selection?
For me, it would be to stay out front. I think the first pit stall is kind of a disadvantage because you don't reach maximum speed at the line, at the exit line. So that's how I see it.
Okay, definitely a good point. I did not think of that. So, man, good luck tonight. Car looks awesome as always. Have fun. Very fast track. Try to keep everything on that car.
Yeah, hopefully it's a clean race and it's a battle to the finish.
For sure, man. That'd be awesome. Good luck.
All right.
Thanks, buddy. So as you see him, and I think with this many drivers in here, everybody's got that feeling something's going to happen. It may happen here on the lap one. You have to keep your car clean. That is one goal. You cannot win this race on the first lap. Can't lose it. I think we all have heard that before, that everybody has anything to do with iRacing or sim racing in general. Anybody knows what's racing in general, you cannot win it on the first lap. So it's got to have to be a lot of give and take here early, as this is actually one of our biggest turnouts, I think, of the year for these guys. So not surprised, honestly. I think, what, how many did I say, 25, 28 drivers, I think? Would love to see this many guys in here every week. That's awesome turnout tonight. So here we go, getting ready to go green. Remember, the pace car is going to drop off. These guys cannot go till the green light anyway, which is kind of a good thing. You don't want to go, you know, too early here. So, all right, everybody's starting to form up just a little bit as the green flag about to come out. Comes out a little bit later. We're going to go up in a blimp for this restart. As green flag is in the air, we are off to race at Talladega 65 underway for the Redlight Racing Series. Out front, Max Terriot with DJ Anderson on the front row. A little bit of a gap between some of these drivers. I have noticed that. Some drivers laying back just a little bit. Maybe not wanting to get caught up there in this chaos early. As you see the field behind Max Terriot really closing up is that 83 car. He looks to the inside. Max jumps to the outside with DJ. And that's going to open the door for Jack Walls to try to take that spot away. The outside formed up just a little bit better than that inside row. Let's see if 42 drops back down. He will. And he's going to bring DJ with him. Great strategy there to pull DJ down. That's going to leave Brandon Minto up on the outside with Landon Lacey and the 59 car of Bruce Potter, who's going to be stranded right now. Everybody, ooh, a little bit of movement there through the middle of the pack. That outside line really not formed up where you want it to be. And I lied, it was 24 drivers that took the green, not 27. Only cars on the outside right now, just a couple. I do know there's been a little bit of communication. Somebody blinked back there. But there's been a little bit of communication through some of these guys throughout practice of who they want to work with. So they'll be trying to shuffle around, trying to get with that guy. I know the overtake guys have talked to about 4 or 5 different people wanting to work with a couple of them. You see Landon right there in the middle. Brandon Minto right up there in front leading that little group. Then Andy Lee. And then a little bit further back you've got, looks like Derek Pemberton and Brandon Puffenberger a little bit further back. Riding on board with Brandon in the number 908 car. Going right near the 86 Slim Jim of James Skelton. You see the 01 of Richard Murdoch pulls up in front of Brandon. So that outside line trying to get formed up just a little bit here. And a 64 jumps up to the outside line. So we're starting to see the line form a little bit on this outside. If maybe the 83 may notice this, if Jack Wallace, he may pull up out of line. Keith Haney, we know that he's wanting to work with a couple of these guys as well. We'll see if he jumps up out of line. If you guys don't know Red Light Racing, like I mentioned, these guys are very clean. I'm not going to be surprised if we stay green for a little while. Like I said, I do expect a caution. It's just part of racing. But it all depends on when. One thing I've noticed, though, is some of these guys have actually dropped back. Devin Sanders, Kevin O'Brien, Daniel Haney, and Kyle Souza has dropped back a little bit. So could be anticipating something a little bit different here. Could work out in their favor for the later part of this race. Derek Pemberton goes a little bit wide. As that outside line is formed up now. Can they make any ground? As being led once again by Brandon Minto. Started fourth up on that outside number 20 Air Force car. Riding on board now with Bruce Potter. Landon Lacey's got a good view as well of riding up on that outside line. Oh, there landed. The outside line don't look like it's making up a lot of room. Brandon's now falling back a little bit compared to where he was, but doing okay. You've got Puffenberger actually dropping down with Derek on the inside line now. So the inside or outside maybe not realizing it ain't as fast right now as what it could be. So they drop down to the bottom. Of course, this will still be allowed by Max Terriot in the number 42. Oh, just trying to hold your breath right now. Just wait for something to happen. It's a great look at how close these guys are together right now. Some of these other guys have dropped off the pack a little bit, maybe expected something to happen. Definitely a good strategy. I've always been the type to drop back a little bit myself and kind of just ride around basically where Brian Phillips is. You see him a little bit further back. I'm sorry, that was Leo Bourdais. That's usually about like where I like to ride, right through there. Maybe keep the draft a little bit, but definitely don't want to lose it. You'll fall back even further. Well, 39 got a little bit loose, and who was that jumped up to the outside? Keith Haney moves up. Not surprised to see that, to be honest. We knew at some point it was going to happen. And the 51 going to jump up as well. DJ Anderson no longer wants to ride in second. Honestly, some of this could be because the temps in the car could be getting hot. You can't really see temps in the car. Unfortunately, we can see his RPMs, but we can't see the temps. But that could be one reason why these guys jump up out of line, trying to get some little bit cooler air on the nose of that car. As we just had a new lap record that time, 49.031. Brandon Minto set it on lap number 7. So far, only one lead change, but we may have another one. DJ Anderson looking to the outside. Oh, wrong. There he goes. A great shot. That outside line is really starting to work up now that Keith and DJ jumped up. Question is going to be, what will DJ do? Will he drop down? Or will he be pulling these guys with him? He is clear. And it looks like he might stay there for now. And new leader, DJ Anderson. Permanently takes it over. Kind of looks like he wants to drop down, but don't think he really wants to leave Keith and him out. And keep in mind, these guys are kind of short on fuel. You can only go 15 to 20 laps on a tank. So we're going to be seeing pit stops happen within the next 10 laps. And that's going to throw a wrench into everything because it's really going to get a little bit spaced out then. So if you're on that outside line and you're going to want to pit a little bit earlier, you need to let these guys know that's on your inside. Hey, I need to pit, I need to get down, or you need to think about falling back. And then get in the pit road. It's a great shot here. The car's coming on the back stretch. Very fast track. You can see speeds 198 and off a little bit, but pretty much on the gas the entire time. As you see, Jason Wells, it looked like, dropped down. Actually, who was that? 64, I thought I seen drop down. Yeah, Jason Wells was the one drop down. And new leader once again. Another lead change. Max Terriot back to the front. Woof. 39, get moving around a little bit. Brian Phillips, the Folgers Chevrolet. And we may go 3 wide. Nope. I think he just pulled out to get his nose a little bit clear and cleaned up. Probably getting a little bit too hot. I have noticed a couple of these cars have actually dropped back a little bit even further. There you go. It's James Haney, Leo Bourdais, Devin Sanders, Kyle Souza, Daniel Haney, and Kevin O'Brien. If these guys was to wreck up here, they're going to be well clear of that. These guys up here wreck, it's just going to be chaotic as close as they are. Especially if it's somebody that goes to the outside wall. On board at Derek Pemberton now. Love that helmet. One thing about this track being it's a little bit cooler is you're not going to get as loose in a tri-oval as you would if it was sunny, but you're still going to get a little loose once your car gets a little low on gas because, you know, the weight and stuff, a little bit different. So you got to keep an eye on that as you get ready to come down pit road of how loose somebody could be if you give them a bump in the trial. What never works out well. "13 laps about to be complete. 9 of them so far have been led by the 42 car. We're just waiting to see when pit stops happen. 87's really pushing that 51. He's going to probably have to pull out just a little bit. Riding on board with DJ Anderson. A little bit of side draft. If you don't know what side draft is, it's basically slowing the inside car down. You pull down on their fender through the turn, and then you want to go out wide as you exit the turn. Not seeing a lot of it now, but you want to go a little bit wider out the exit, and it allows you to slow that inside car down just enough. It's not really speeding you up, but it's enough to pull you out in front. Not a lot of guys really doing that right now. We will see that before the end of this race, though. Cars moving around just a little bit as they exit turn 4 through the tri-oval. And lap 15 gets underway. So far, 11 make that 12 of them laps. Oh, it is 11. I apologize. Have been led by Max Terriot, your pole sitter, who's currently out in front. Doing a good job of keeping his car out front. He said that was his main goal, was to try to stay out front all night to avoid what could possibly happen. I know these guys did a pit party in practice, and if you don't know what a pit party is, pretty simple. They just line up on pit road. They all roll out together, get a little bit of practice in. They've done a good job during that, so I'm not super surprised to see them having a good run right now. Hopefully it stays like this. I would love for all these cars to finish without a caution. That'd be just awesome. We are on lap 16. We should be seeing that green flag pit stop. Everybody's been worried about that. That's where I think a wreck could actually happen, is getting on the pit road, especially if a lot of cars drop down at the same time. You got to kind of work this out if you're everybody in here, because these guys are all going to have to pit on around the same time. You don't want to pit if you're up in an outside line. You need to get to the bottom if you're going to pit. And right now, if you're on the outside line, you can't get that. Not unless you want to drop back, which is definitely, you know, okay if you do. You see nobody's coming down this time as we start lap 17. But one of the biggest problems at Talladega is we see somebody, looks like Derek Pemberton, went really wide. Not sure why he went that wide for, but he did. Being pushed right now by Brandon Postenberger, who is running the Fast Signs Airborne Graphics paint. Check out Airborne Graphics on Facebook. Eric does a really good job of painting them cars. And I think these guys right here may be dropping back a little bit. Brandon and Derek. They may be dropping to the bottom. They may be getting ready to hit pit road. And I've been on the inside of the cars at Talladega whenever you get ready to pit. It's pretty chaotic for a couple laps. Everybody's trying to figure out when they want to pit. They sit there and yell out this time, next time, and all that. It's you got to realize who you're around and who's talking, or it can be a whole mix-up trying to get on the pit road. I've had that happen more than once. So you got to be aware of your surroundings and who's talking to who. Of course, a lot of these guys are in the same TeamSpeak room, so that helps as well. Oh, at 59. Moving up the track just a little bit, and here we go. Can they all make it on the pit road? Somebody had trouble. I seen it. It was a. All these guys did a fantastic job. Keith Haney, Brandon Minto, DJ Anderson, Brian Phillips, James Heater, Sean Butler, Joshua Buckley and Devin Sanders did a great job on getting to pit road, but there was somebody I seen. Who is that? Really slow. Some of these guys have actually already pitted. I was not aware of that. So now it's going to be this pack's turn. They need to drop into pit road. And there they go. Oh, man, that did not look good. Oh, the 01's going to go around. Oh, almost gets into the leader. Oh, my gosh. That was about as bad as... That's not good. And I want to see this from Max's point of view. Because he was close. I don't know how much closer you could get. Oh, one coming in hot. Oh my gosh. That was about as close as you could get. So that didn't work out great for them. And Jason Wells is kind of stranded on an island right now. He's got to be coming in by himself. And he's got a big pack coming in behind him. There's the other pack that has already pitted. And this is going to shake everything up. Now you got to be careful when you merge back up on the track. Don't want to get in any trouble here. So Jason Wells, who's on pit road, by the way, is down and away. So now everything's a little bit spaced out. We will see them eventually get back together. We'll just have to wait and see when that happens. What we're going to do now, take a break. Your top 5, after it all sorts out, will be Keith Haney, DJ Anderson, Jack Walsh, Sean Butler, Brandon Minto once this all cycles through. We'll take a break. We'll be right back from Talladega Super Speedway. You're watching Redlight Scrambler Series on TRM. Welcome back, Redlight Racing Series. You're looking on at right now. That's right here, kind of spaced out a little bit. It's your top 7, kind of spaced out from the rest of the field. We go all the way back here. Brandon Puffenberger, Andy Lee, Derek Pemberton, Jason Wells, James Heater. A little bit further back is Lando Lacey all by himself. That is not where he wants to be right now. Kind of stranded out. He does got a group coming up behind him, and he'll have to lock up with them if he wants to continue to stay on the lead lap. If not, he's just going to continue to fall. So we're kind of spaced out here at Talladega. Definitely not surprising to be spaced out here. It's just one of the things that tend to happen here after pit stops. So we'll have to wait and see what if they are able to get back up there. Looking back at the second group, they are actually running a little bit faster times in this first pack, so that could help them catch up. Of course, right now they're still 7.7 back, so still a while before they catch back up. We may be in our second round of pit stops before we do. Keep in mind, these guys have to pit here again within the next, I'm going to say 10 laps. This first group that we're looking at right now. Not surprised to see Keith Haney out leading. He won last week's race at Talladega Super Speedway. Or, Talladega. I apologize. At Watkins Glen International Raceway. He picked up the win there. Led 8 laps over Tim Blum. And won by 1 second. Very good run for him, though. That was a fun race. And of course, that was his first win of the season, was last week. Don't know if he's going to win this week or not. Well, I just have to wait and see. Right now being pushed by the 51 of DJ Anderson. DJ comes in here as well with no wins on the season, so this would be a huge win to get him into the playoff hunt. Or playoff, should I say. It would actually, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the 83 of Jack Wallace has yet to win as well. He has not. So any one of these guys right here could be going to the playoffs. And then you got the 88, Sean Butler, last year's season champion. He is yet to win this season as well. And then currently behind him, Brandon Minto yet to win. Joshua Buckley yet to win. Then James Skelton, who has yet to win. So right now, this entire front 7, whoever wins, if one of them does win, will be a new winner. So that's very interesting. You just never know. Could see a new winner. Let's jump back a little bit further. Check on this second group. There they are. They're catching Max Terriot, who's right up in front of them, and that would pick up 2 more cars. Right now they only got 5 cars in this group. Definitely need a few more than that. And we got a caution. And Joshua Buckley's around. What happened here? Oh, Brandon Minto. Joshua Buckley lost his back end, and Brandon Minto looks like he's got some damage. He does, unfortunately. And he's going to bring that car straight to pit road. So this shakes it all back up to where we was. It makes it very interesting now on pit stops. Everybody's going to be hitting pit road. I'm trying to add this up. If you ain't got to pit for 20 laps, yeah, everybody's still got to hit pit road twice now, no matter what. But you can make it on 2 more stops, which is good news. I still don't think that's the end of the cautions, though. Let's see who's all coming to pit lane this time. I know everybody will be, but coming off turn 4, Keith Haney's going to be leading them down. You'll be seeing these guys bunch up. Oh, it looks like the 86 got some damage. That might have been actually from Joshua Buckley. That was unexpected. And here they come. all the way down pit lane. Let's see who wins the race off pit road. And I would go ahead and take 4 tires. Most of the time you don't have to take no tires at all, but I would go ahead and take 4. It's not going to hurt you if you take 4. It looks like 51 had to back up a little bit in his pit box. Just go ahead and put 4 on it. And Keith Haney's not going to do that. Same as the 83. There comes the 88 of 51. A lot of 2 tire stops being done. Looks like almost everybody from 1st to 7th put 2 tires on. Why is Derek Pemberton just now hitting pit road? Okay. What happened there? Oh, yeah. Both of them. And unfortunately, Derek's going to have to back up, get that damage repaired, and he's going to be spending some time on pit road. Same with the 64. He had some nose damage, I believe, a little bit. He spent 31 seconds getting that repaired. And Lando Lacey's still on pit road for some odd reason. Wait to see if he's down the way he is. We'll take another break. We'll be right back right after this from Talladega Super Speedway Redlight Racing Series.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. Oh, oh, oh. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero. With fearless thoughts, emotions swirled, I wanna be the man that saves the world. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero.
Team racing allows multiple iRacing members to team up and race together, just like in real-world endurance series. Teammates can share driving duties, spot for one another, or be a crew chief. Team racing is free, both to join a team and to create one. Each teammate races on his or her own computer from wherever they want to. Your teammates can be anywhere in the world, and changing drivers mid-race is as easy as a click of a button. iRacing features team endurance events ranging from just a couple of hours to 24 hours in length. So, if you fancy taking part in an iRacing endurance race in the future, you can learn more about team racing on the teams page on the member website.
set to go back green here at Talladega Super Speedway as we come off turn number 2. Get a look real fast at our cautions as, well, there haven't been very many. One caution so far, about to be for 3 laps, and still 33 laps to go, so we are at the halfway point on this lap. So far, 8 lead changes, average lap time of 49.01. That's great average lap time, by the way. And actually, I didn't think we'd get anywhere close. We're not actually very far off from the record that we have had, so not bad at all for these guys. And that was back on lap 23 by Keith Haney. So we'll see how this all can play out as we get set. Sorry about that, by the way, guys. Oh, I'm not supposed to see that. We get set to go here in just a minute. All right, sorry about that. Pop up on the screen. Anywho, out front is going to be Keith Haney, who's led going to be 12 laps. Alongside Jack Walls, DJ Anderson looking for his first win. Jack also looking at his first win. Sean Butler looking for his first win. Then we got James Skelton looking for his first win. Then we got James Heater, Andy Lee, Leo Bourdage, Richard Murdoch, and Devin Sanders inside the top 10. Devin's doing a good job. See what happens here as the pace car drops in. The green flag about to come out here in just one moment. Remember, it does not come out till after we pass the tri-oval, as the stripe is down past it, getting ready to head into turn 1. All right, coming through the tri-oval. Keith Haney going to wait for the green flag. Green flag is backing out in the air once again. We are just past halfway here for the Red Light Racing Series, and Keith Haney dropping down low. Something happened there. Not sure what that was about. He may be letting 83 going to slide up in front of him. Here comes that 18 out on the high line. That is James Heater. Haven't spoke a lot about that Toyota out in front. Well, actually running in third right now. I got a feeling something's about to happen, and it's about to happen this coming up lap. Got that feel to it. I feel like guys do feel like they have to be up front with that group that pitted early. I feel like they think they may have to be there, and I feel like a mistake could happen. Keep in mind, these guys do not use fast repair, so if they crash out, it is done. And right now, we still got all 24 cars running. A little bit of side drafting being done on the 7 of Leo Bourdage from the 18. That's one thing about James Heater. He knows how to run these cars. And you can see him using a side draft to do it here. However, it's not. I don't think it's going to help him too much. It's only 4 cars right now on the outside line. Whoa, the 25 dropped really low on that yellow line. There we go, looking down, you see a couple cars drop towards the back of the field. Here comes that outside line. Slowly creeping up as you see James Heater running side by side with DJ Anderson. What happened to our pole sitter, Max Terriot? He is back in 18th. Kind of surprised to see him back here. I don't know if something may have happened. No, he just had a, I don't know. He had a little bit slow pit stop here. Everybody took 2 tires. He took 4. I like the idea of taking 4, though. See Joshua Buckley still running up there, which is good. He was the one that got a little bit of damage on that caution. Ever fixed the bumper? Yeah, they did put the bumper back on. Riding on board. Looking at Keith Haney right now running in second. out of turn number 4. Coming to lap 38. '51 pushing up just a little bit. That's DJ Anderson in that Baja Blast color car. Only 4 cars still working that outside line. James Heater leading that, and it's actually working, which is kind of surprising to be honest, with only 4 cars, but he's utilizing that side draft, and the guys behind him doing a really good job of keep on pushing on the back of him. Really working out for him right now. It's definitely working. I'm actually surprised one of these other cars haven't jumped up, and it looks like someone just did. It looks like the 26 Devin Sanders, and it looks like the 900 of Just Tribe jumped up as well. But they don't have a draft right now, so we'll see if that works out. Uh-oh, 3 wide for the lead. Who's going to get left out? Landon drops all the way to the bottom. 87 looks like he may be the one that's struggling. It's Keith Haney. Caught in the middle right now, and you say bye-bye Keith Haney. You're going to be falling back just for a few spots. Actually, that outside line kind of broke up as well when Landon kind of dropped down behind the 7. And Keith actually was able to get down behind the 905. And it kind of balanced itself out again. So far, so good here at Talladega. We'll be seeing pit stops here within the next 9 laps. They had to at least make it to lap 50 to make it all the way. Actually, not even really lap 50, just 47 or so. You can make it all the way. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Landon Lacy jumps up out of line. I wouldn't be surprised to see if we see some guys actually come down at lap 47 or 48 a little bit earlier. Go ahead and top off with gas. That'll get you to the end. Landon's getting ready to go way back. Nobody jumped up to help the 905. He's going to go from about 5th, and he's going to continue to drop all the way back down to probably around 12th, I would guess. James Haney been on and off pit road. He actually just left pit road. That's who you see on the bottom of your screen right now on the apron. And he's got to merge up on the track safely. And he does. We'll have time to do that. And there he goes. How about that move Landon just did? I know it wasn't really seen, but you could kind of see it here. Watch Landon come up with the 01 like he was going to go to the outside, and he pulls back in, and that forces the 01 to stay outside, and it gets his teammate, Derek Pemberton, up to Landon's bumper. Not surprised to actually see that. That's just communication, and Landon doing a really nice job of forcing the 01 out to get with his teammate. Definitely nothing wrong with that. I'm sure the 01 wasn't a big fan of it, but it's the way it is sometimes. And that's probably something 01 could remember as well. We are single file right now. Landon looking back to the outside, which is kind of surprising. It didn't work last time. Why would you go back up there and do it again? And you can see he's just going to keep falling back. He's probably going to go all the way back to about, if I was to guess, 19th. Unless somebody lets him in somehow, but I don't see nobody doing that. No, nobody's going to do that. I don't really understand that strategy, unless he's just getting too hot, which could have been what it was. That might have been actually why he pulled out of line as well when he was with the 01. Could be getting a little bit hot on that car. Oh, the 919 got a little forced. Yeah, this is close. Devin came down just a little bit and kind of forced Derek below the line. There you go. Derek does a really good job of staying off of him. It's one way to end a lot of people's nights. Being pushed out by Jess in that 900 car. I love that car, by the way. Really cool looking. Kind of a mash-up Jeff Gordon throwback in a way. So riding on board with a couple different drivers. Who is that? The 26, I believe, dropping back? It is. All right, well, we're getting ready to see pit stops happen. These guys, from this point on, should be able to make it on fuel. Now they have to complete this lap first before they can make it all the way. Uh-oh. 3 wide behind them. Not hugging into the wall. Didn't do no damage, but definitely not where he wants to be. And we got somebody pulling out of line. That is Max Terriot pulling out of line in front of Brandon Puffenberger. Landon Lacey, who's been dying to get to the outside, will have help this time. As Landon may push Brandon, and he will. See, I don't really know if I like the strategy to actually push right now. You still got to go down pit road. You want to stay on that bottom line to get to pit road. It seems like the first cars that pits usually the one that comes out ahead of you, so I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. Because they're going to be getting pit road here very soon. See Brandon getting down. Oh, Terriot squeezing down. Now they can make it all the way to the end if they choose to pit. Riding on board with Leo Bourdage, who's up in 3rd place. Started back in 21st. Goes to show you Talladega is a whole different type of track whenever you come here. Anybody's got a chance to win and move into the chase. So we'll see what happens if he can maybe pull this win off. That'd be huge. I wouldn't be super surprised, though. This car looks really good. Seems like it drives fairly decent. And pit stops this time, maybe. Whoa, the 26 got a little loose. Devin Sanders, I seen that. Worked that wheel. I seen his hands inside the wheel. Watch his hands. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, big trouble. 42's around. Caution may come out. Max Terriot is done. And he may have had help. Let's see what happened. The 908 got into him. Come back up a little bit. And down he's dead. Started on the pole and finished. He sat there and said he wanted to stay up front. And there's the reason why he wanted to stay up front. Definitely not the way he wanted it to happen. Brandon definitely didn't do anything wrong. I want to make sure I point that out. Just bumped him a little bit going into the turn, and unfortunately that's Talladega or restricted plate racing. If I'm some of these guys, I'm not taking tires on this pit stop. Like Lana back there, Brandon possibly, the 26, I am not taking tires. You don't need them. Not for a 20-lap run, or 25-lap run. No, 15-lap run, I apologize. Pit stop's happening now. Big trouble. 25 is going to go into the wall. This could cause a caution. 2's going to get a penalty. Man, that just messed everything up. See what happened. Derek Pemberton behind the 25. Turns him. Oh, into the wall. And then right up there with Joshua Buckley. Not sure what happened with that. Joshua just had some trouble slowing down. Man. All right, so let's see what happens. It shakes up everything, man. Here comes another round. As Jack Walls and Leo Bourdais stays out. These guys, however, going to make it to pit road. Watch that 919. Remember, they got a pit side by side, so no one's going to check up. Smart job there by doing that. He did a great job. Anybody going to have trouble on pit stops? I would not take tires. There's no way. Devin Sanders down and away. 01 down and away. 64 down. 18 down. And the 39, a little bit of wheel spin coming out. He's going to lose a lot of spots. So, with Jack Walls and Leo Bourdais going to come down now. Don't want to get caught speeding. 55 right now. He makes it. Actually, a little under. Good stop for them. See how that shakes out. So, James Heater could take the lead. Here comes the 51 on the outside. They're going full speed. Lana's going to pull up and get some of the draft from the 86. And down and away, Leo Bourdais and Jack Walls. I feel bad for Andy Lee. Just got turned going into pit road. No one of his. And unfortunately, will cost him some spots. And it looks like James Heater is going to take this top spot with the draft, and he's going to definitely take it. He's going to go around Leo Bourdais. '51's looking to the outside. Actually, I don't know. They ain't going to get too far ahead. Jack Walls may be able to keep some of this draft and stay up there with them. He's going to be a sit and go. About 10 mile an hour faster as this group behind him. Oh, man. He slowed him down a little bit. That might be enough for him to get the back of the draft with this 86 or 18. Will he go get it? I think he's actually got it. Oh, nope, he just lost it. Maybe, anyway. Oh, he still got it for now. So Jason Wales is going to take over lead with Richard Murdoch in second. DJ Anderson in third, looking for his first win as well. James Heater and James Skelton. So far, only one caution, even though we've had some cars get into the wall on pit road and stuff like that. Still doing a good job. All right, guys, we're going to take our final break. We're going to be right back. If anything changes, we'll cut right back in. cutting back in, you see that these guys up here are kind of racing each other, and all this is doing is allowing that group behind them to slowly close in. About 2-second gap from 5th to 6th, and they are lined up, and they are closing this gap really fast right now. 2/10 last time by faster was that group, and as long as these guys keep racing side by side, that gap's going to continue to close. And you did see, by the way, the 86 get a little tap, got sideways in the corner, and lost a lot of spots. He's now back in 13 spots. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Check the lines at the time as these guys slowly start to try to get back single file. A 39.131, that's a great lap. Landon Lacey, as he crosses the line, a 39.092, so about a tenth faster almost. They are closing the gap. Can't really see them there, but there they are. They got a few more cars. So that does allow it to help just a little bit. But these guys need to stay single file. If they don't stay single file, they're not going to be able to catch up or anything like that. So, and if they even get Brandon Puffenberger and James Skelton right behind them, they're definitely going to catch up. So you see the gap now. They're in the same picture as they work off turn 4. Check the line time once again here at the line as we come to 8 laps to go. And as they cross the line, that's a great lap. 48.882 for the leader. Compared to Landon Lacey's 48.976. We got trouble. Caution's out. Big wreck. 26 around. Don't know who else was involved. Devin Sanders, the unlucky one with Derek Pemberton. And it looks like the 26 came down across the nose of the 919. And that's what happens. Cannot do that. Yeah. Just too much speed for the 919, and Devin came back down, and unfortunately, that's what happens. And this is going to be a heck of a shootout. Now we get to grid them all back up. So while we grid them back up, we will step away for the final time. Because, let's be honest, commercials here take forever. Or pace laps here take forever.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero. With fearless thoughts, emotions swirl. I wanna be the man that saves the world. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna
Team racing allows multiple iRacing members to team up and race together just like in real-world endurance series. Teammates can share driving duties, spot for one another, or be a crew chief. Team racing is free both to join a team and to create one. Each teammate races on his or her own computer from wherever they want to. Your teammates can be anywhere in the world, and changing drivers mid-race is as easy as a click of a button. iRacing features team endurance events ranging from just a couple of hours to 24 hours in length. So, if you fancy taking part in an iRacing endurance race in the future, you can learn more about team racing on the teams page on the member website.
Coming to 3 laps to go here at Talladega Super Speedway. So far, 11 lead changes here in this race. So far, so good. We get a look real fast at our caution flags that we've had so far for not only 2 cautions, for what's going to be 7 laps. This one took a while. I ain't gonna lie, this caution took a while to get everything sorted out. But coming to 3 laps to go, next flag will end the race. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Don't cut out some of these guys just a little bit further back. I don't think it's over by any means for some of the guys that's sitting 10th or a little bit further back than 10th. Maybe top 15 has a chance at winning it. Just never know. Wreck could happen. Jason Wales is going to be going full throttle. He's going to hold back DJ Anderson. One thing these guys don't want is DJ to try to get into the chase. So they're going to try to keep him from winning this race. Jason Wales yet to win this season. DJ yet to win. Jack yet to win. Richard Murdoch back in 5th has yet to win. Landon Lacey won a super late model race. Leo Bourdage, Brian Phillips, Bruce Potter, Brandon Puffenberger, all yet to win this season. So we'll see how it goes as we wait for the Ford Mustang pace car to drop in here as we run through turn 4. By the way, next time we broadcast will be tomorrow night for the East West Promotions SK Modified last chance qualifier and qualifying races for them, and then we'll be back with them again on Wednesday for a 100-lap shootout at Stafford. That's always a fun race, especially the modifieds. Looking forward to see how they do. Pace car is going to take the hard left-hand turn, take the long pit road down. Remember, we got to wait till the green flag. You don't want to jump this too early. If you do, it will leave you like a sitting duck. Pace car is in. The green flag is out, and 3 laps to go at Talladega Super Speedway. Remember, the next flag will end the race. If a caution comes out, the race is officially froze. The field is frozen, should I say. DJ Anderson got a great jump. He's going to be on that outside in that 51 car. Can he clear this 64 as we work through turns 1 and 2? A little bit 3 wide behind them. Got to be careful. These guys back there a little bit further back. A little slow. You see Derek Pemberton dropping back. He's just going to drop down and let these guys go. DJ not going to leave the 18. He's going to clear the 64. Drop down. That really bottomed him up on the inside. He's going to leave James Heater on the outside struggling. No help right now for the driver of the 18 car. Coming to 2 laps to go this time. Oh, the 18 almost got into the wall. A little bit of contact sent him straight up into the wall, and he's going to lose a ton of spots. Good news for him. He's already going into the chase probably as your points leader. How about Brian Phillips in that 39 running up in 6th place? He's got a chance here. Who's that jumped out? Looked like Landon. No, that was Richard Murdoch that jumped out. Will anybody jump out to help him? Landon Lacey thinking about it. Still thinking about it. Not going to do it. Going to leave Richard Murdoch on the outside struggling by himself. Probably going to lose a couple of positions here as well. Oh, the 39 may jump out to help him. He does. For now. Let's see if he jumps back in. He does not. Oh, he's getting a little wiggly in there. Got to be careful. Oh, he's moving around quite a bit. White flag. I don't think the wreck's done. R1, Richard Murdoch slowly losing some spots here. Who's going to jump out of line first inside this top 5? Nobody going to jump out of line just yet. I'm actually surprised nobody jumped out of line going into turn 3. Here comes a run from that end. Looks like Landon Lacey got a small run. And Jason Wells going to go to the outside. It's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line. Jason Wells going to make contact with the 83. They're going to call a spin. Here goes the 83 into the wall. And winner at the line will be DJ Anderson. Big wreck behind him. Even more. DJ Anderson, Jason Wells, Landon Lacey. As the wreck continues to happen behind them. James Skelton, Brian Phillips with his best finish of the season. DJ picks up his first win of the season, and what a big win that was. Actually, he was second in points, but no wins, so it definitely helps him. It definitely guarantees that spot. We're going to talk to him. And there's the donuts. Let them start. Bring in DJ Anderson. Hopefully he's in here. He is. Hey, DJ, you got a copy?
I got you.
Man, what a race. It came down to the last 3 laps. Talk us through them last 3 laps, man. You had to have a big plan, and you was able to squeeze right up front of that 64.
I kind of knew that last restart there was going to be important. It looked like he had some damage on the front end, so I figured if James Heater could have gave me a decent amount of push and I could have got some side draft, I knew once I got in front of him, it was pretty much going to be over unless, you know, a good group of cars went to the outside there. I love restrictor plate tracks. I expect to win when I come here. So this is a good feeling, a good way to start the chase.
Yeah, this puts you in, you know, you was already in it anyway because of the points. But talk us a little bit about the chase. Going into Richmond next week in the Xfinity car, how do you feel about heading there?
I've won before at Richmond, but I think as long as the setup is not too tight, hopefully it'll be in a looser way, and you know, maybe we can get a good start to the championship and win at Richmond. I feel good about the chase races coming up too, so there's really no tracks that I struggle at, so I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully continuing my consistency that I've had all season throughout the rest of the season, hopefully be champion.
I'm sure other guys do not want to hear you say that because that's a deadly combination when you say that. We know how fast you are, and you come in here and win a wild one tonight. Is there any shout-outs you want to give out?
I guess, you know, to my teammates, you know, we work well together. It kind of sucks we got shafted at the end there on that last pit stop and that last caution. Right. So it kind of sucked to be on my own at the end. But I think if we continue to work together, you know, I think all 4 of us made it to the chase, so it's definitely going to be, you know, good to go. And I got to appreciate and thank you for doing these broadcasts. I love going back and watching them.
Well, man, you put on a heck of a show tonight, and you was able to get out here and get the win and a fun race to watch. So good job.
Appreciate it. See you next week,
buddy. Next up, we'll bring in Jason Wells, who almost was able to pull it off. Comes up just short and finishes second. Hey, Jason, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, man, it was not easy. You was almost able to pull it off. Led 12 laps total for tonight. Finished just outside where you wanted to finish. Talk us through the last couple laps.
Well, actually, I thought second place might do it, but I guess not. It was kind of nerve-wracking. I don't know how I got up to the front. I'm looking at the replay, how I got into Derek Pemberton on pit road. Bad timing, I guess. His box was right in front of mine.
Right.
I was going 53 miles an hour. I was going to take 2 tires, so I was trying to get everything I could. And I just started going for my box before he did. And I don't think him and his teammates are pretty happy with me right now.
That's all right. They'll get over it. All in all, second place tonight, though. Good run. I mean, can you take anything from this race to carry it in to the next couple races? I know that, you know, this track, you know, anybody can win, but talk us through, is there anything that helps, you know, that you could take from this race to carry into the next couple?
I actually like the schedule more in the chase than I did
right.
the regular schedule. I had Watkins Glen on my schedule circled, but I had a bad thunderstorm come up out of nowhere, and I had to dip out. So that's probably what caused me the chase.
Well, yeah, man, we'll be definitely checking out the points and stuff here as soon as this thing's all said and done. But second place, not too bad. I know you wanted to win, but is there any shout-outs you wanted to give out?
Just the Redlight guys for putting on a good show, and for you, I enjoy watching the broadcast.
Good job, man. We'll talk to you here soon.
Thank you, sir.
Kind of hear a disappointment in his voice. We'll hop over and talk to Landon Lacey as he sits and waits for that. Hey, Landon, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Third place, not too bad. I mean, you know, it's Talladega. Anything could happen. Talk us through that last restart. You were sitting, I think, in 5th or 6th. Actually, it might have been 7th. But you was on the outside on the last restart. Talk us through that, man. What was the strategy going into that as the green flag started waving?
Restarted on the outside in 6th. And I noticed before we started doubling up that I'd have the 51 and the 18 in front of me. And my main goal was just to make sure that I could push the 18 on the start and try to get a spot on the inside. Because the outside line never really moved much.
Yeah.
After the restart, I mean, it was good on the restart, but after a while, it kind of just like died out. I just tried to make sure I get to the bottom and luckily it worked out for me.
What was the toughest, part of this race? It looked like there was so much. It looked like a tough race, honestly. It looked like a different Talladega race we normally see. It looked like pit road was very challenging. What was the most challenging part of this race for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say pit strategy was definitely probably one of the hardest things. We were trying to make sure that we didn't pit in a big group with everybody. Because, I mean, I noticed a couple times when people would drop down to pit, they would have at least one car spinning out or getting sideways. So we tried to make sure we didn't pit with a lot of people. Then we tried to make sure that that everybody I was working with was on the same strategy of no tires or 2 tires or whatever we did. So, yeah, I think pit strategy and then after the fact of coming back out was probably one of the hardest things of the night.
Well, you managed to finish in top 3. That's not too bad, considering you started in 8th, and at one point you was really far back there. So good job on that. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Hopefully with the chase starting here, we can continue getting finishes like this, top 5, maybe even a win to keep us going in the chase. But yeah, I'd like to thank Service Master, Overtake Motorsports, TRN. Thank you to Brandon Puffenbarger. He races with us in Go Fast, but he also races with us on Redlight. Messaged him this morning and asked him if he'd be a drafting partner with me and Derek. He said yes, so I appreciate him coming out and working with us tonight. And thank you to Redlight. This was to me, this was a fun race. It kind of threw in a little bit of strategy and definitely something that I like.
Well, man, you did get in 3rd place. Not too bad at all. We'll be talking to you here soon.
All right, thanks, sir.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. Let me know what you thought of it. Give it a thumbs up. Don't give it a thumbs up. It's all good either way. Yeah, I thought the race was unique. I mean, it was definitely a different Talladega race than what we normally see. I think the pit strategy kind of threw everybody for a spin. So it is what it is. But actually, I thought the race was really good. I mean, for the cautions we had, not bad at all. As always, they're very clean here. So we'll be back with these guys next week to start the chase off at Richmond International Raceway. That's going to be a fun one in the Xfinity car. So make sure you tune in then. That's going to do it for us tonight, guys. I hope everybody had a great time. Y'all have a great night, and God bless.
It's a different style of racetrack, but I'm ready for it. We are green here at Irwindale.
Green flag is out at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Sin City 110, Derek, underway. And green flag is out. We are off to racing here at 2 laps of this race. We got a wreck. Hold on. The 12 and 1 goes around. Trackers may finish 2nd tonight. Out of turn 4, Colin Albert is going to win at Myrtle Beach. With Phil and Lando Lacey going to drive off turn 4 and win at Bristol Motor Speedway, the Super Late model. DJ